A grieving St. Michael family demand justice for their slain relative. That's the story we are tracking in the Barbados Today evening update for Tuesday, August 8th. Thanks for joining us. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. The parents of this island's latest murder victim is demanding justice after gunmen's bullets took the life of their son, 20-year-old Tariq Rock, yesterday at Spring Garden. The young man, formerly of 3rd Avenue, Chapman Lane, had left home last evening to watch Kadooment bands end their parade at the popular spot. His mother, Sandy Rock, told Barbados Today she had warned her son to be careful as he was leaving home, never once thinking she would lose her youngest child. She says Tariq was respectful and amicable, and she is angry that he was cruelly snatched from his family.
To take up a gun or something to shoot at another person or kill another person, you know? And I ain't understanding it, but I don't know if it's so. I don't have a hole. If I had a hole, it's filled in, like to my throat, because nothing can go down there. Because I lost my child. I lost my last child. I ain't gonna see him no more. And the person that did it, walking around, be able to pull a fridge, go in a bed and see the bed, go there and do nonsense again, sit on the block or whatever, wherever it is. And I can't see my child just going on so stupid.
And Attorney General Adriel Brathwaite is blaming the fatal shooting on gang violence. Speaking on radio this morning, Brathwaite condemned the violence as he revealed some details on police investigations into the incident.
From what I'm being told, these two alleged assailants, who is from possibly from one gang, saw this other guy, now the deceased, off Westbury Road and began shooting at him. In order to escape them, he ran on the Spring Garden. And rather than cease shooting, they continued to shoot at him. And as you know, he died along the highway there, I think by Stanfield Court somewhere. And we know what happened. That another 18 persons received various injuries and stuff. This type of behavior, as aging as a Barbadian, I want to know that we frowned upon it, Peter. We must do all within our powers to remove these illegal firearms from our shores and from our young people.
The Attorney General acknowledged that Barbados has a gang problem. He, however, categorically denied that the shooting at Spring Garden was linked to a recent social post reportedly made by gang leaders threatening retaliatory action against law enforcers.
Based on what the guys are telling me, that they don't see any link presently between that posting and the incident yesterday. They just believe it's gang on gang. And certainly they have not found any evidence to suggest that police and our civilians were being targeted by any particular group in the country.
Culture Minister Stephen Lashley, meanwhile, is expressing his own personal outrage at the incident as he called for the perpetrators to be brought to justice.
Every Barbadian should do their utmost to ensure that we present the best, not only to ourselves, but to the rest of the world. And it is really a tragedy and a pity that persons who are bent on creating disturbances, bent on breaking the law, can do the kind of damage to our reputation. And therefore I feel very strongly that these offenders should be rooted out and they should be made to pay the highest penalty.
Lashley, however, insisted that the incident must not take away from what was otherwise a successful Cropover festival.
The attendance at the events was on par with that of last year, though of course we did record slight variances in either direction on the attendance at the events from 2016 as compared to 2017. The comments have been largely very, very positive, especially in regards to the continued quality, the very high quality of the events. And I really have to congratulate the National Cultural Foundation, the board and the CEO, Mr. Cranston Brown, who's here, for continuing to deliver a very high quality festival.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Who call and get your yams and potatoes? Wait, my girl can't see you for long.
I can't. How you keeping? But you don't sell the nation paper no more.
But that paper ain't selling. This month now I stop selling that. Look, one time I would have make a little dollar on the Sunday sun. But when Sunday night, I still trying to get the weather there.
Well, you know you can't call that the Sunday sun no more. You gotta call that Sunset News. Cause at no time that news stale.
People complain that them ain't got nothing in it to read and the price keep going up all the time. A woman abused me so sick the other day, telling me that she does read Barbados today online for free. I can't take that abusing soul, so I switched to my potatoes and yams.
Well, let me tell you, if pork selling, you got to raise pigs. How much for the yams?
Oh, 75 cents a pound.
But that's cheaper than that stale news. Give me...
How much you want?
A pound.
Only a pound? Anyhow, these eating real good. Let me wrap them up for you. Come.
The Barbados Today, news you can trust.
On the regional scene, the business community frowning on calls from one prominent trade union leader for citizens to boycott certain businesses. More in this report from CNC3 Television.
President of the Downtown Owners and Merchants Association, Gregory Aboud, describes Roger's call for a boycott as a hateful message. Aboud says such a boycott would negatively affect everyone and is surprised this country cannot afford to pay given its current financial situation.
I would suggest that hateful, immature speech harkens to a time of weakness and not a time of strength. Our country is probably facing the greatest financial crisis it has ever faced in its history, and all hands are required on deck.
On the international scene now, South Africa's President Jacob Zuma survives his latest no-confidence vote. Opposition parties had hoped that the secret ballot would mean some MPs from the governing party might side with them against the president. But the motion, which was called amid repeated allegations of corruption, was defeated by 198 votes to 177. Addressing party supporters, Zuma maintained he continues to command the majority support.
The ANC was voted by the overwhelming majority of the masses of this country. No party has ever received such a number. Now, if you talk about people who are representing the majority and the public in this country, it is the African National Congress. Now, they believe they could use technicalities in Parliament to take over the majority from the ANC. It's impossible. They can't do it. We represent the majority in the public.
And that's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. Also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We are also on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and at gas stations near you, as well as Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic evening.